Living a soft life is one of intentional ease and joy. You don't have to have it all together or have a bunch of money to live a soft life. All you need is intention and patience. So, hello everyone. My name is Faith. I'm an inner work coach. I help women who feel stuck and out of control in their life go from a place of self-doubt and frustration to a place where they are clearing mental blockages and balancing their feminine and masculine energy. So if that interests you or you would like to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe so you can join the family. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So everyone has their own definition of a soft life. A soft life can be described as one of intentional ease and joy, as well as a lack of discomfort. But this definition can be tricky and can be misleading. So to me, having a soft life means being able to do what I want within reason at any given time. For example, if I want to go sit down at a nice restaurant, I can do so at a drop of a dime, and that to me is a soft life. A soft life is being able to move through life at your own pace and your own frequency, regardless of the pain points or the issues you are experiencing. Being able to tell the difference of doing something that is required of me versus doing something that is for me is how you can begin to live a soft life. Okay, so let's just continue with the dinner example. So we know that eating dinner is a requirement for our body, right? We have to nourish our body with food. So making that requirement into something fun is how you can start to create a soft life. So for example, you can dress up and take yourself out on a date. Or even if you want to eat at home, maybe you can put on a nice robe or something that makes you feel luxurious and feminine before you eat dinner. This is a soft life. The number one way to have a soft life is to date yourself. Think as your feminine side as the love interest of your masculine side. How would you like to be courted? Would you accept a date request from a man that wants you to come over and eat leftovers on the couch? Or would you accept a date request from a man that tells you get dressed and be ready at a certain time because he has something special planned for you? I don't know about you, but I'm going with the second man. So I use these examples to show that having a soft life is not what you do, it's how you do it. So in this example, obviously the purpose is to nourish your body, it's to eat dinner, it's to fuel your system. But what makes it a soft life is turning that requirement into intention and love, and that's what makes the difference. I've noticed when you go out of your way to make things more romantic and soft, that is a soft life. That's self-care. Self-care is a soft life. It's not taking a vacation or posting everything on the gram or making it seem like you have everything accomplished and your life is perfect. This is a false narrative, and unfortunately, it sets us up for failure, and it's very easy to feed into because that's all we see. Of course, people are only going to post their achievements. People aren't going to post and tell you what went wrong in the process of getting those achievements. And that's what we have to keep in mind when we are seeing these things online. Life is not perfect. No one's life is perfect. To me, perfection is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. If you're constantly trying to live the life of others or live up to other people's expectations, you'll never be happy. So, the definition of happiness, and I want to read it verbatim. Happiness is the feeling of showing pleasure or contentment. So to me, this means that whatever brings you joy, no matter how insignificant it is happiness. So last year, 2024, was a particularly difficult year for me because I had to permanently cut off a family member I was close with. The years leading up, it was hard for me because I knew there was going to eventually become a time where I no longer was going to take the disrespect, and this person was not going to be coming with me on my journey. I decided that I was no longer going to sacrifice myself for this relationship in the name of family and keeping it all together. I let this person disrespect and validate me for years, and it wasn't until this person had tried to sabotage my well-being and my finances that I have finally called it quits. I decided I was no longer available for gaslighting, manipulation, or lack of accountability. I didn't want anyone like that around me, even if they were family. Looking back, I was able to realize that That relationship was holding me back for years. I had felt so stuck, but I just couldn't figure out why. I was making achievements. I was doing what I was supposed to do. At least what society told me what I was supposed to do, but I just wasn't happy. It felt like something was missing. The crazy thing is, it wasn't until I chose myself and I let this person go that I started to be happy again. I didn't realize that having this person around me, it made me numb because I had to be numb in order to survive the abuse. And so having that person around me, it put me in survival mode. And once they were gone, I was able to slowly soften. I was able to slowly get out of survival mode and be happy again. I had to realize that this person was dimming my light. And it's hard to keep your light around people that only omit darkness. It's like a constant war. Even if you aren't fighting physically or emotionally, there's always going to be a spiritual tug back and forth because this person is on a different frequency than you are. This made me realize that the soft life will come naturally when you're in an environment that is safe, when your nervous system is regulated, when you're able to slow down and you don't feel guilt about it. Once you're in this space, you begin to soften. You'll begin to soften emotionally and physically. You'll actually begin to lean back. You'll notice that you're more relaxed. Things that you used to obsess and worry about but now become an afterthought. You'll look back like, wow, I can't believe I was really stressed out or letting this one thing ruin my whole day. When you get to that point, that's when you realized there's been a shift. You went from a shift of survival to softness. Okay, so another thing you can do to bring softness to your chaos is every week, the beginning of the week, I want you to look at your calendar and cancel one non-essential task that you had planned. And instead, use that free time for self-care. You can take an everything shower, or you can spend that time to exercise. You can do some light stretching. Even walking for 10 to 15 minutes helps regulate your nervous system. And a regulated nervous system is where it all begins. Doing small things like this will help you remember that doing less actually creates peace because your mind isn't racing. You're in the present moment and you're not thinking about your to-do list or what you have to do next or what's on your plans for the rest of the week. You're in the moment. Another example of this is, say you're in traffic or you're waiting in line somewhere. Use that wait time as a mini self-care session. For me, I like to catch up on podcasts that I want to listen to, or maybe watch a YouTube video that's in my watch later. I don't know about you all, but I have like 300 plus videos in my watch later. So instead of getting frustrated or feeling like you always have to be in a rush, just take that time that you can't control anything anyways to pour back into yourself. Okay, so the important thing to remember is it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. I have some journal prompts to help you anchor your energy and tap into that soft life. So go ahead and pull out a piece of paper and a pen. And you can always come back to these journal prompts. So let's just get right into it. So the first one is, what does a soft life feel like? Describe the sensations, the rhythms, and the pace that softness has for you. Is softness having a slow morning, not having to rush? Is it emotional safety? Is it financial peace? That can be considered a soft life for a lot of people. This journal prompt is to help you paint the picture so your nervous system can know what you're trying to achieve. And this way, it will start to recognize this as your new normal. It will get you out of survival mode and into softness. Okay, so the second one is, where in my life am I still choosing struggle over surrender? This part, I want you to be honest about your habits, about the people you surround yourself with, about the music you listen to, everything you consume. It has an effect on you whether you realize it or not. And to continue with this question, what would it look like to soften instead of push? Okay, so number 3. If you fully believed that you were safe to rest and receive, how would your days look different? This is a question to help you dream freely. And then I want you to choose one small shift that you can start to do today. Maybe like saying no to something you had planned and spending that time on you. Or it can even be romanticizing something that you already do, such as a meal or drinking tea or taking your shower. I hope that you all were able to find some quick tips and get a little bit more insight on what a soft life is and how easy it is for you to create it. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. If you don't like something, change it. You're not stuck or obligated to stay the same. So I hope this helped you, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.